Hey, it's Jason here from Weekend RV Adventures, and we're getting ready to head off on our next camping trip. It's Thursday. We're going to take off a little early this week and spend a long weekend up at East Harbor State Park, right up on Lake Erie. It's just west of Cleveland, and from there we can catch the ferry over to Put-in-Bay. That's on South Bass Island up on Lake Erie. So we're going to head up there today, spend the night, hopefully get over to the island tomorrow, but the weather's calling for rain, so if that doesn't work out, we'll head over there Saturday. We've got some friends that are already up at the campground, and my parents are heading up too, so we'll all meet up tonight and enjoy the weekend up there. So I'll see you again once we get up there. I'm going to take one last walk around the camper, make sure everything's ready to go, and we're getting out of here. We made it up here to East Harbor State Park. It only took a little over 2 hours from where we're at, just east of Akron, Ohio, so it wasn't a bad drive. We had a little bit of rain on the way, but it wasn't too bad either. We got here and got set up, and kids didn't waste any time finding the playground, so we're over here checking it out. They wanted to show us what they could do on the jungle gym over there. We decided we're just going to go ahead and head over to Put-in-Bay today. It's around 10:30 and the rain hasn't got here yet. It looks like there's still a chance it could come, but we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to head over, and if it rains while we're on the island, we'll find something to do inside. We're going to take the Miller Ferry over. There's actually two ferries that service the island, the Miller Ferry and the Jet Express. The Jet Express is a little bit newer, bigger, faster boat and costs about twice as much. The Miller Ferry is a little bit cheaper and takes a little bit longer. It's also a lot closer to where we're camping here. So if you're at East Harbor State Park, you can head over to the Miller Ferry, and it's only about 10 minutes from the campground. The Jet Express does take you right into downtown Put-in-Bay instead of a little further away on the island, but we're not too worried about that. We're going to spend most of the day over there and probably rent a golf cart to get around. You ready for the boat ride? No. No? Why not?
I want a bridge.
You want a bridge?
Oh, she wanted to walk over a bridge.
How's the boat ride now?
Fine.
Fine? You still want a bridge instead?
No. Hard.
Island Bike Rentals is right across the street from the Miller Ferry, so we're going to pick up a golf cart here and then head into town. There's another golf cart rental place right down the street. We're not sure which one's a better deal, but this one was closer, so we're going with it. were going to try getting dinner at the chicken patio, but since it's starting to rain again, we figured we'd better go somewhere inside. So we're going to head across the street here to the boardwalk and see if we can get lunch on the water. We just finished a tour of Hindman's Winery and the Crystal Cave. The Crystal Cave is actually not a cave, it's a geode that's down underground. It's the largest geode known in the world, and we had about 25 people down in the tour. But if you don't know what a geode is, it's a limestone casing that's filled with crystals. And this one was discovered when they were excavating on the island in the early 1900s, and now it's a tourist attraction. We found out that the crystals are actually quite faded and discolored from humans touching them. Originally they were all a clear blue color, but now they've faded and turned brownish, and there's some green algae growth on them. But it was still a pretty cool tour. I would say if you're on the island, it's worth checking out. The winery tour is included with your cave tour, and you get a free glass of wine. So if you enjoy wine, you can come and sample one for free if you take the tour.
Largest known celestite geode. It was found in 1897 by workmen of the winery. They were digging for a well and they stumbled upon this. At first, they were going to try to carve these out and sell them to make things like crystals, to make things like jewelry and stuff like that. And they soon realized it was sort of pointless, the reason being the crystals are too soft. So on a Mohs scale, a diamond is a 10 and celestite is a 3. Each crystal in here is orthorhombic. That means that there's 14 faces on each and every one. Only 10 are visible to us, the other 4 hidden, since they're all connected. And each and every angle measures the same at about 104 degrees, which is pretty amazing if you think about it. So they're all the same size, just in different proportions.
Monument. South Pass Island was key in winning the War of 1812 and the Battle of Lake Erie, and the monument was built here to commemorate Commodore Perry, who led the Battle of Lake Erie.
Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to get more ice cream. But we still got a chocolate cake that me and Zinni like. We went to go to the ferry and we just missed it.
we made it back from Put-in-Bay.
Scary trip back on the boat.
Yeah, we missed the first ferry by about a minute, so we had to catch the second one, and the storm started rolling in about the same time the first ferry pulled out.
So, quick run to the boat through the storms. Everybody got soaked, but got to sit inside, so that helped.
Then on the way back, it was already after 8 o'clock, almost 9, so we stopped at McDonald's to get some dinner. And now the kids are changing. We're gonna head over to my mom and dad's and get some, play some cards. The kids are gonna watch a movie.
And eventually we'll call it a night.
And me and Cindy got cool geodes from the cave.
Yep, kids got some geodes from the Crystal Caves to take home.
That's my second one.
Good night.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Pretty shiny, isn't it?
Hey, it's Saturday afternoon. We've just been hanging out this morning. We slept in a little bit, had a late breakfast, and now we've just been hanging out around the campsite. Kids are over at the playground, and I think later today we're going to head over and check out the beach here at the campground. East Harbor State Park's a pretty big campground. They've got a lot of sites here, so we're going to walk around, check the place out, and like I said, then head over to the beach. No big plans for today, just going to kind of relax and enjoy ourselves. It's Sunday morning already, and I'm over here on the nature trail right near the campsite that I'm staying at. You got a great view of the lake here in the morning, and I just wanted to give you a few tips about the campground. The campground is kind of divided into two sections. When you come in, you can turn off to the right or turn off to the left, and on the right there's the group camping area and primitive tent camping. Those areas are pretty open. And then all of the RV sites in that area are pretty close together, and there's quite a few of them packed in there. If you come over to the A side of the campground, which is the left side, that's where I'm at, and some of the sites used to be back-to-back sites, but they've opened them up and made them pull-through full hookup sites. So I recommend checking those out, and if they're available, I'd take one of those. They just have a lot more room around them. You're not quite as on top of everyone else as you would be over on the other side. But no matter where you stay, I think it's a great park to stay at. You've got Cedar Point nearby, Put-in-Bay Island. With the island, we really enjoyed our trip out there. The kids enjoyed it. One thing to take note of, though, is it does get pretty wild in the evenings, especially on the weekends. So you probably want to get out of there before sunset, or at least, well, it was a little different. We got out around 8 o'clock, but let's say get out of there before the last ferry if you have kids. Don't plan on spending the night on the island because the bars get pretty crazy. If you do, if it's just you and your adults, then go ahead and try and stay on the island for a night and enjoy all the bars and the nightlife there. Well, I'm going to head back to the campsite now. We're going to make breakfast today. Yesterday my parents were in charge of breakfast, but today it's us. We've got pancakes and sausage to make, and then it'll be time to pack up and head home. If you've stayed up here at East Harbor State Park, please go ahead and leave a message in the comments letting everyone know what you thought of the campground and the area attractions. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to the channel for more videos from Weekend RV Adventures. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy your next Weekend RV Adventure.